أهلا وسهلا يا رمضان شهر التوبة والغفران مرحبا بك رمضان رمضان شهر الذكر والإحسان.
My brother, there will be two people who shall be experiencing, two Muslims and two believers who shall be experiencing Laylatul Qadr this year, Ramadan 2022. And Allah is asking a simple question. أَفَمَنْ يَمْشِي مُكِبًّا عَلَى وَجْهِهِ
أَفَمَنْ يَمْشِي مُكِبًّا عَلَى وَجْهِهِ أَهْدَى أَمَّنْ يَمْشِي سَوِيًّا عَلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ.
تبارك الذي نزل الفرقان على عبده
تبارك الذي نزل الفرقان على عبده ليكون للعالمين نذيرا. الذي له ملك السماوات والأرض ولم يتخذ ولدا ولم يكن له شريك في الملك وخلق كل شيء فقدره تقديرا.
وخلق كل شيء, and he, Allah Azza wa Jal, created everything. فقدره. In the process of creation, what is so important to God Almighty Allah that He wants you to know is that فقدره. Then he determined. فَقَدَّرَهُ. Then he decreed. فَقَدَّرَهُ. Then he measured. فَقَدَّرَهُ تَقْدِيرًا. Into details, the effectiveness of the existence of the creation from beginning to the end, all that it shall do. فَقَدَّرَهُ تَقْدِيرًا. And Allah Azza wa Jal determined it. Why won't you determine? If Allah created everything and He determined, it's a sunnah for you. فِيهَا يُفْرَقُ كُلُّ أَمْرٍ حَكِيمٍ. If Allah Azza wa Jal will let all His plans to be displayed and taught to the angels, and you will enter Laylatul Qadr without a plan, then check yourself as a Muslim. Check yourself. You are not following the Sunnatullah. For you to follow the Sunnatullah, you should know all your plans and all your strategies for the year before Laylatul Qadr come, and you are going to pray to Allah. You are going to pray to Allah for His guidance. The pivot of your prayer as a young person, as a youth, that we've been guided in the Quran is that Rabbana, oh my Lord, Atina, give to us min ladunka, from your own self, rahmah, mercy. The young person and the young youth like you should pray to God Almighty Allah. Rabbana atina min ladunka rahmatan. Oh my Lord, I pray and I request from you that you should bestow unto me your mercy. Wa hayyi lana, and oh my Lord, choose for us, bestow unto us, guide us min amrina, in all matters of our life. Rashada, get us guidance. Not what I want, but what you want. Ilahi anta maqsudi wa ridaka matlubi. Oh my Lord, you are my target, and your pleasure is what I am looking for. I have surrounded everything, I've left it to you. So the Quran asks a simple question, that أَفَمَنْ يَمْشِي مُكِبًّا عَلَى وَجْهِهِ أَهْدَى. There are two types of believers that are walking into Laylatul Qadr. They are walking into Laylatul Qadr. أَفَمَنْ يَمْشِي مُكِبًّا is the one who is walking, but then he is crawling. He is progressing, but then he is crawling. مُقِبًّا عَلَى وَجْهِهِ, and his face is facing the ground. He cannot see his destination. He cannot see any pothole at all in front of him. He's entering into Laylatul Qadr. Amman yamshi, or the one who is walking and approaching Laylatul Qadr. He's living his life sawiyan ala siratil mustaqim, but he's standing upright and he's on the right course. He has looked at the Quran and have looked at the Sunnah of our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and have looked at what to do in order to increase his iman within the year. He has looked at what to do in order to earn birr, in order to earn righteousness. What service can I give to people? What contribution can I also contribute to the ummah and humanity? And he had looked at how to do da'wah within the year. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. I swear by time the whole of mankind is at loss. إِلَى الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, except those who have believed. Do you have any plan for the increment of your belief? Do you have any strategy for spiritual excellence? وَعَمِلِ الصَّالِحَاتِ. And then he also embarked on good deeds for the benefit of what? Creation, for the sake of the creator. Do you have any plan for service to the ummah and humanity in this particular year? وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Do you have any plan for advocacy for righteousness within what? The year? What are your plans? What are your strategies? What are you going to tell Allah Azza wa Jal on Laylatul Qadr? Let's have a plan. Let's have a plan. لا تزال قدم عبد يوم القيامة حتى يسأل عن أربع. On the day of judgment, no servant shall be allowed to take a step on the day of except he is asked of what? 4 things. Number 1, the life and time that God gave to you. How did you plan it? The knowledge that God gave to you. How did you plan to earn it, and how did you plan to spend it? Then the wealth, the money that God gave to you. How did you earn it, and how are you spending it? Most of the time, we plan on how to acquire. On acquisition, we plan. But on spending and service, we don't plan. We plan on how to get knowledge. We plan on how to get money. We plan on how to get what? Power. But we don't plan on how to use these things in order to account for them as blessings in front of God Almighty Allah. So my dear brothers, in these 6 fields, in the field of spirituality, what are your targets and goals for this year? In the field of service contribution to your nation, to your ummah and to humanity, what are your goals and targets for this year? In the field of advocacy for righteousness, da'wah, what are your goals for this year? In the field of knowledge, education, what are your goals for this year? In the field of finance, business, economics, what are your goals for this year? In the field of power, influence, self-regulation, family management, organizational management, and all sort of leadership, what are your goals for this year? My brother, my sister, if you plan for 1, 2, or 3, leaving any one of this sector, I bet you shall regret. You shall regret. You need to, in a balanced manner, plan for all these 6 fields and set target for all these 6 fields for steady progress and for steady development towards the achievement of your vision. And for that matter, in my book, the 360 degrees strategic vision development, these 6 fields, I have tried my best to give some guidelines and principles as to how to develop targets and as to how to develop visions in this 6th field. As youth, you might be thinking of only education, and you might be thinking of only finance. But life and Islam is not made up of only education and finance. Islam is made up of spirituality. Islam is made up of service for the sake of the Creator. Islam is made up of advocacy for righteousness. Islam is made up of education. And Islam is made up of finance. And Islam is made up of leadership and influence. So we need to plan for all these things.
حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا